got a huge area to fill. A ton of iris, a loser hydrangea that doesn't produce reliably. I think maybe like get rid of that actually. What I would do here, and you got to deal with the creeping bellflower.
Yep.
What I would do is, I think you need more shrubs. You've got the back layer of shrubs, which is great, and they're big and tall, and you do a good job of keeping them under control, the viburnum and the rhododendron, great. So now I think small shrubs would be nice. Try, because this is full sun, shrub cinquefoil, okay, or potentilla. Also, I love recommending bluebeard because they're great. Those are two native shrubs and they're wonderful pollinators. They're low maintenance, you don't have to do anything. So they just hang out here. So they'll fill the space. Move some of the iris out.
Yep.
So give it away. I would do 3 chunks of iris, okay? So like iris, no iris here, iris here around this loser, hydrangea, and then no iris, and then iris, okay?
Yeah.
And then here it's like, here's where I would do, I think I would move the catmint down. I would do here like a bluebeard, okay? Here I would do a shrubby cinquefoil. And then I think I would kind of replicate. I would just not get things too complicated with variety. I think I would do another couple bluebeards and shrubby cinquefoils down that way.
Okay.
And where the rose is, I would do the bluebeard again.
Okay.
So you have like 3 or 4 bluebeards, maybe 3 shrubby cinquefoils.
Sure.
And then for perennials, you have that one catmint. Do you have more?
I think that's it.
Okay. So you could divide that and make 3 out of that.
Okay.
So think of this in thirds.
Yeah.
1 in each catmint, okay? You've got the iris, thirds. You could add, you've got the Stella d'Oro daisies I noticed over there. Divide those. If you have sedum back there, divide that. I think I saw some. Bring that in. I would add some late season pollinator stuff like goldenrod and asters. I would have more bunny-proof things like more salvia. You could also do herbs, which are like oregano and chives, which are utilitarian but also bunny, generally bunny resistant. You could do something like mountain mint, which is in the mint family, which bunnies tend not to eat, although you never know. If you want something tall and fanciful, like really fun, you could try Joe Pye, but there's shorter varieties too, like as opposed to this.
Okay.
You could try a shorter one. That's really spectacular. And if you wanted some grasses, you could do a couple grasses, like we were talking about those back there that you have, the Chinese silvergrass. Much more tame would be like a switchgrass.
Okay.
And those are upright and they spread, but they don't get out of control.
Yeah.
That would look nice. That would bring a lot of variety here. And I think the continuity of thinking about it in these 3 sections
Sure.
and having there be similar things in each one will bring this whole thing together.
Great.
Okay, so it's very visible. Obviously, you see it all the time. You drive in, you park right there. It's important that you like it. And this thing here is, I mean, I would give this one more year.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
and
not
then,
looking good. Like there's a lot of stuff that's just got nothing on it.
Yeah.
And I just want better for you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
So you could try an oak leaf hydrangea here.
Okay.
Actually, that would be good. And maybe get a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be good. Because it's not full sun. It's just
Yeah.
a lot of sun.